When the Avengers went back in time during Endgame, they didn't just borrow the Infinity Stones, they altered history in ways they never fully understood, and those changes might have led to the creation of a completely new universe, one where Reed Richards exists, where the Avengers were never needed, and where Tony Stark never became Iron Man. The time heist flaw. In 2012, the Avengers fail to secure the Tesseract. Loki escapes. To fix it, Tony and Steve travel further back to 1970. They arrive at a version of the past where S.H.I.E.L.D. has the Tesseract locked in a military base decades before they should. And that already tells us something important. They didn't go back to their original past anymore. They entered a new branch timeline. But here's what's even more interesting. In Captain America, the first Avenger, we see Howard Stark recover the Tesseract from the ocean after Red Skull is defeated. He doesn't hand it off in that moment. He keeps researching it. But in this 1970s timeline, it's already secured in a S.H.I.E.L.D. vault, suggesting that things unfolded very differently. That subtle shift may have sent the world on a different trajectory, especially technologically. So what happens when a global intelligence agency has decades of early access to an Infinity Stone? Answer: science jumps decades ahead. And that could explain the weird, retro-futuristic vibe in the Fantastic Four movie. Flying cars, analog computers mixed with deep space exploration. A world that feels stuck in time, yet way ahead of it. It's not a style choice. It's a side effect of Tesseract influence on tech, politics, and possibly even evolution. Maybe this question came to in your mind if there are only Fantastic Four in this timeline. So where are the Avengers? Now here's where it gets more interesting. In this world, there was never a Battle of New York, so there is no Chitauri invasion, no need for a superhero team up, no Avengers. Instead, the world's hope came from science, from four explorers who pushed the boundaries of space and time, the Fantastic Four. So now what happened to Tony Stark? Tony Stark still exists in this timeline, but he was never kidnapped. He never built the suit. He never had a reason to change. Without that transformation, he stays arrogant, detached, and when he sees Reed Richards become the world's most celebrated genius, Tony doesn't join him, he competes. But this Tony doesn't become Iron Man. He builds something else, a suit not to protect, but to control. This Tony becomes Dr. Doom. Without Nick Fury assembling the Avengers, what happened to the others? Bruce Banner never meets Tony. Natasha never defects S.H.I.E.L.D. Steve Rogers may never even wake up. Or worse, maybe they did wake up, but in a world where Tony Stark led with an iron grip, and now they serve Doom, not as Avengers, but as enforcers, a team twisted by missed opportunities. The S.H.I.E.L.D. theory. At the end of Endgame, Steve Rogers returns as an old man and hands Sam a brand new shield. But have you ever thought, where did he get it? If he returned the stones to the exact moments they were taken, he would have had no reason to bring back an extra shield, unless he stole it. Maybe from this version of the timeline, from a Steve Rogers who never became Captain America. If so, that Steve might have gone dark, feeling betrayed, purposeless, and possibly recruited by Doom as well. Of course, all of this is just a theory, and one of many that have emerged over time as we piece together how the multiverse works. There are other ideas out there, that Doom is a variant from an entirely different universe, that the Fantastic Four exist in the negative zone, or that Kang himself is behind the altered timeline. But the beauty of this theory is how cleanly it connects to what we've already seen. Endgame's branching timelines, Howard Stark's Tesseract recovery, the Fantastic Four's strange world, and the mystery behind who Dr. Doom might really be. What if Marvel's most brilliant villain isn't a new face, but the ghost of the Avengers' greatest mistake? A timeline they thought they left behind, now coming back to conquer the one they tried to save. If you like this theory, smash that like button, drop your wildest questions in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more Marvel madness. I'm Joe, and this is The TJ Show, and as always, I'll see you in the next one.